There's a little post-gym real estate update for you. So everybody's talking about the benefits of owning a home financially, but no one really ever talks about the non-financial benefits. So I want to dive into that a little bit. So with owning a home, you get a little bit more sense of security. Um, Especially nowadays, a lot of people are looking for that. So not only do you tend to take better care of your home when it's yours, because it's yours, like, if you break that faucet, it's your money that has to pay for it, not the landlord. So you tend to take better care. You tend to care about how other people take care of the home, because other homes in your area directly affect the value of your home and your safety. I mean, if you get into an area that starts letting just anybody move in as a rental, it really can increase crime rates, things like that. So you really care a lot more about your home, your community, and that sense of security you have. The second thing is a little bit of a financial, but it's still security, and that's real estate always beats inflation. So right now, if you've rented a home for more than 2 years, you're probably like 30% less than what they can get on the market, maybe more depending on some areas. So when you own a home, when you buy that home and you get that fixed rate mortgage, that is your payment for 30 years. I mean, property taxes can change, insurance can change, like it can adjust a little bit, but the principal and interest, that's your payment for 30 years. So if the market goes crazy like it has in the last couple of years, if you've owned your home for more than 3 years, you can see the difference in your equity. So if your payment is, I've met people here with mortgages with like $1,200-$1,300 a month. You can barely rent a one-bedroom apartment in this town now for $1,200 or $1,300 a month. To be honest, I mean, maybe you can get like a decent two-bedroom maybe for around that amount. But all in all, for people who've owned their home, especially like the last 5 or 10 years, bought maybe 2008 to 2012 when everything was really low, your mortgage, principal, taxes, the whole 9 yards, is less than probably the rent on a two-bedroom house. So think of the money you're saving with that. And especially since the market's recovered the last couple of years, you know how many tenants I've had to give notice to vacate because the owner didn't want the rental in the first place, they got stuck with it when the housing crashed, or they are now mad at the state, especially here in California, that they took over pretty much all of your rights as a landlord and told you what you couldn't do with your tenants. So now the COVID restrictions have lifted, market's crazy. You know how many landlords are selling? And if you are established in that home, your kids are established in that school, whatever's going on, and the landlord's like, yep, I'm out, now you're stuck. And now you have to go from paying your lower rent to now paying that rent that's 30, 40, 50% higher than what you're already paying, maybe for not even as nice of an area or as big of a house. So there's a lot of benefit to owning a home. I know prices are crazy right now. They're expecting them to get even crazier in the next couple of years. And for everybody who thinks the market's going to crash like it did in 2008, data isn't pointing that way. And there's a lot of difference between now and the 2004 to 2007 era of lending and appraisal practices, and the reason why we're seeing such craziness. So if that's your only reason for putting off buying a home, I wouldn't really put it off. If you're still struggling financially, credit-wise or whatever, do whatever you can now to fix that, because the longer you wait, the pricier it's going to get. Just look at historical prices when it comes to real estate. I mean, there have been drops, especially when major things happen. I'm not going to say that the conflict in Russia is not going to have an effect on real estate, or anything major that happens, a new pandemic, whatever you want to call it. But historically, real estate always increases and it always beats inflation. So with that in mind, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Hope you all having a great day.